It's Argentina's final friendly before the start of the World Cup. Lionel Messi doesn't start for the defending champions. They're in the stands at Auburn University. It circles the fans who are in good voice here tonight. The weather is cleared up. It's turning into a beautiful evening for soccer. It's Argentina against Iceland, live here on ESPN.
A capacity sellout, close to 87,000 here, and so many Argentina fans have travelled for far and wide. Perhaps an early indication as to whether we're going to see similar scenes as to those we saw in Qatar 3.5 years ago, when it seemed like the whole country of Argentina had made the trip to Qatar, Alec. Second time in 4 nights after their journey to College Station to beat Honduras on Saturday. It's a fairly comfortable win for them. I know you saw that game as they're on the attack here. Initial shot was charged down, and then the follow-up from Jose Lopez. Here's Giovanni Lo Celso. Lo Celso maintaining his place in the starting lineup. Iceland able to thwart the threat and launch a counter-attack themselves. This is Albert Gudmundsson on the move up against Thiago, the standing right back, and a chance for Iceland. What a ball in that was. Somehow there was no touch on it. Ellertson arriving.
Ellertson sets up his run to the back post, and Gudmundsson puts it into a dangerous area. It is poor defending from Thiago to begin with, and poor defending at the back post, and quite frankly, that he could make the contact to keep it down. Goes high on him, and it is a miss for Iceland. Wasted opportunity.
Changed looking, and the youngest since 1978. And another great Argentine, Cesar Luis Menotti, lifted the trophy on home soil.
It's just hard. It's hard to win the World Cup once. It's hard to win it back-to-back. A lot of things have to go your way, and most of all, you're going to have outstanding performances on back-to-back World Cups from a very...
Lionel Scaloni, over 2/3 of the squad that went to Qatar, still very much involved as Argentina want to create some havoc. And down on the ground is Giuliano Simeone, and almost fell back to him, and then the shot all along the ground. An instinctive left-footed effort from Valentín Barco, and Argentina delight the crowd here in Auburn by taking an early lead.
Players that is making a case for Lionel Scaloni. This is just poor defender from Iceland. Opportunity to clear it. Somebody clear it, get rid of it, clear it. No, all right, fine. Then give an opportunity to Valentín Barco from top of the 18-yard box and give him credit. Stays with it, snapshot, through a whole lot of bodies. The goalkeeper from Iceland sees it late. By the time he reacts, it's too late. Full stretch, can't quite get there. 1-0, good finish from Valentín Barco. And again, poor defending from Iceland. Unable to clear their lines. 1-0, Argentina.
Part in proceedings of Enzo Fernandez, of course, he's on the bench tonight. Given away, and a chance for Lopez to lead the charge. Cutting inside, awkward for the keeper, got enough on it to steer it to safety for now. And then a miss-hit shot on the follow-up from Simeone. And Iceland survive barely.
A whole lot better.
These two teams have only met once before, but it was at a World Cup. It was almost exactly 8 years ago to the day in Moscow. It was the opening game for both teams, and it ended as a 1-1 draw. That was when Iceland were perhaps at the peak of their powers. This is Jose Lopez. He's only made one start in his career for Argentina prior to tonight. He sets that up with an invitation.
For Rodrigo de Paul, I'm sure.
The bodyguard, he's always by his side. I was astonished to read this is their first European opponent they've had since the World Cup final against France at the end of 2022.
When you play 3.5 years worth of qualifiers in CONMEBOL, that is as competitive as it gets. But point taken, and oh, by the way, I said that Valentín Barco perhaps may struggle with his size and the physicality of the game. He decides,
That's Gudmundsson who takes it and didn't clear the first defender. I'm not sure Barco, who's everywhere at the moment, isn't he? I'm sure he was the full 10 yards. And certainly feeling Medina in at left back tonight.
And he gets him with a chicken wing.
Things ugly to get their way through the knockout rounds of that tournament. They've been beating Brazil, remember it well.
This World Cup, that sort of situation, which you have that moment of magic for Lionel Messi, but how much magic will we see? Not quite sure.
There's Lisandro Martinez, Manchester United man at the back who had an injury-racked campaign, but is fit at the right time. Here's an opportunity for Simeone, and the shot in the end right at Olafsson. Simeone was perhaps the most dangerous attacking threat at times, and that's in a team with Julian Alvarez in it.
And assuming, of course, that Lionel Messi is on the field. Oh, good lord.
Yeah. Cheap giveaway. Can Argentina exploit it? Nice ball over the top. Good goalkeeping there by Olafsson. Needed to be. As Nico Paz got on the end of this.
How many of these turnovers have we seen from Iceland? There's good ball in behind from Valentín Barco. Nico Paz, willing runner, and Olafsson makes this save squarely with his nose. Takes it off the face.
Still Argentina a goal to the go thanks to that man. Valentín Barco puts in another rambunctious challenge, shall we say. And now he's going to be booked.
It's a side note today. He's wearing the medium. Valentín Barco once again late. He was late on the 2-footed challenge earlier on. It comes again with the out of control. They have been training the facilities of Auburn University. They're probably thinking to themselves, this is...
Oh, the shots all along the ground.
Yeah.
The first teams to pencil their names in for World Cup 2026. Here they are trying to put a capper on their first half display. Nico Paz has been driven with third place at Copa America in 2019, then won it the next two editions. Here is his team on the prowl again, looking for a second. Nice work by Simeone to tee it up. Is there an end product? Enzo Fernandez trying to provide one, but Olafsson narrowing down the angle, and Iceland able to breathe again.
To where you can find the center forward. In this case, Lautaro Martinez, although his movement wasn't the best inside 18-yard box, he's putting his hands down like, give it to my feet. But if you move, you can actually find a tapping at the back post.
Oscarsson, who is number 9 for Iceland, grabbed a couple of goals against Canada. Ken Marsh, Iceland got a really credible 2-2 draw now. The threat is provided by Argentina on the break. Oh, and Nico Paz's ball across.
It needs to be completed with the right pace, and if it is completed with the right pace, it's a tapping from my kind of range.
By FIFA in the world. After Honduras last week, the previous games against Zambia, Mauritania, Angola, Puerto Rico, and Venezuela, Ali. In that category.
Oh. I don't know if that's a category we want to be in. No.
Here's the shot that's on. Oh, and that's packed a punch.
And it's all too easy. This is concerning for Argentina. It's all too easy how...
Long diagonal ball, right on the money for Simeone, who slips it through. Opportunity perhaps for Lautaro. And back off the post. Lautaro Martinez teeing it up.
Defender. They're running together, and then as he tries to run in behind, seems to step on Magnuson, which then frees up Lautaro Martinez. He makes the correct decision, puts it, should have scored. Does not, still 1-0.
That's two really big misses we've seen at that end of the field. As an instant booking is handed out there, and a little bit of a flare-up. McAllister was the man down. Johannesson in the eye of the storm for Iceland.
Why we're making such a big deal out of this? Yes, makes contact with the back of the leg of Alexis McAllister, and then everybody gets push and a shove and a push and a shove, and what are we doing?
Well, Scaloni has been a little, and it's cap number 199 for him. It's one of those Argentina switches, and here he is getting his first stitch and getting involved immediately and setting it up, and the little clip goes just wide from Lautaro, but is it a penalty? Referee.
Good ball from Lionel Messi, as you would expect, and Lautaro Martinez tries to go with the attempt over the goalkeeper Olafsson, who comes out of his goal to enjoy Lionel Messi scoring a goal.
Well, no more than a minute or two after coming on the pitch, he opens things up for Lautaro Martinez to win the penalty, and now Messi trying to take advantage against Iceland. Slotted home with consummate ease. Ironically, just like he couldn't do against them at the World Cup in 2018, but this is goal number 100.
So he's on the field for a minute, puts the ball in behind, and it is that contact, that leg outstretched from Olafsson on Lautaro Martinez. Lionel Messi, slow run up, hoping and waiting that the goalkeeper is going to move. He doesn't, so then decides to go with a little bit more power. Olafsson full stretch, can't quite get there.
It's only the 10th time they've played South American opponents. Iceland, they only have 2 wins. Now, referee reaching for another card. And another.
Lautaro Martinez wins the ball. Wins the ball. If you cannot make this sort of challenge, and very clear, Adrian, I don't know, maybe it's a tight uniform the referee's got on. He's got to blow that whistle quick.
Certainly the bar has been set pretty low for what constitutes a foul and what constitutes a yellow card, apparently. So the card count rising in this friendly. Oh, it's careless. It's Oscarsson who's picked it up, and a chance. That didn't quite break their way. Now another yellow card coming out. Just as the player on the end of the challenge this time.
The argument that Rodrigo de Paul is trying to make.
Nicely done. Enzo Fernandez is the beneficiary. Oh, and he's done really well to dribble through a couple of challenges. Messi on the prowl. Needs an outlet, one arriving. The giveaway. It's a gift. Iceland have only ever beaten 2 South American nations, Ali. You knew I was going to mention this, didn't you? They beat Bolivia 1-0. They build up to the '94 World Cup, Bolivia's only appearance, as Messi threatens to break through. This time the whistle sounds. And there's also the small matter of a 1-0 win against the Vino Tinto of Venezuela in 2022. Here's Messi with the free kick, bending it in, and sliding in to meet it. The end of.
Pretty sure that Cristian Romero was in an offside position.
Kingur of Reykjavik. Good looking free kick, and well, an open header, a wide open header for Gunnarsson.
Good service from Sigurdsson. He just tries to do too much with a header. Gave him the full Viking treatment to this thing.
And ease their way through the final minutes of preparation here before the World Cup gets underway in earnest in a week's time. Here's Messi sliding it through again, surely, and it is number 3. Beautiful finish in the end from Almada, and it was so well worked.
And they did melt. Now the initial option was to find Lautaro Martinez. But Rodrigo de Paul says, you know, let me just give it to Lionel Messi, he'll figure it out. But Rodrigo de Paul, more important, he continued his movement, he continued his running behind, and Thiago Almada also then became a presence inside the 18-yard box, while Lautaro Martinez drifted towards the far post. Almada covers it.
Win here against Iceland, the perfect preparation for a week's time, and Algeria next as Lionel Scaloni and his troops will begin the defence of their World